In this video, we're going to be showing you how we can convert your own traditional PBX system that you currently have in place to be able to use a voice over IP SIP trunks. So we're going to give you a little rough demonstration, and excuse the mess. We just threw up a quick setup so you can see how it works. I'm going to walk you through this system first. Here we have a linkys ATA device. This device allows you to communicate through a SIP trunk provider, so you can have VoIP lines come in. This will allow you to bypass your AT&T provider, your landlines, whoever you're paying your monthly phone service. We're going to be able to bypass them using this device anywhere in the country. This device that I have here is just a switch, it's a PoE switch. It's just powering this phone, and I'll show you later how that's going to work. We're going to show you the connections in the back here. This connection here, this is coming from my switch. So this line here, it's going here to feeding the ATA device, which is giving it internet access. Here, for this demonstration, I have 3 lines connected to the PBX system. So this would be considered line 1, line 2, line 3. This particular device has up to 8 lines. I don't know if you can see that. So you can have, this is an edit for what I mentioned to you earlier about 8 concurrent calls coming in. Just so you know, you can have more concurrent calls coming in. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that you wanted to have 20 concurrent calls, that 20 people can call you at the same time. What will happen is, in this scenario, is all your phones are going to ring, right? Line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, line 7, line 8 are going to be ringing, and the people are going to be answering the phone. Line 9 and on, what we can do in that scenario is we can send it to a holding queue. So what a holding queue is going to do is going to tell your party, it's going to say, we're currently unavailable, all agents are on the other line, please hold, we'll be with you shortly, and they're going to start listening to music. As soon as one of these people hangs up the phone, the system will automatically know, hey, extension, let's say 405 just became available. It's going to shoot the first call that's on the holding queue. It's going to shoot it to 405. 405 is going to pick up and it's going to say, hi, thank you for holding, how can I help you? So caller number 10 will move up to caller number 9 in the holding queue. So everybody else is going to move up a step, and they're going to hear your caller number 11, your caller number 10, right? So when people are finishing their calls, the holding queue will move them up one step. So I just wanted to clarify that you can have as many concurrent calls as you want, but as far as ringing and anybody picking up at the same time, it would be 8 here. And as of this video, there's a possibility that you could have up to 16 with caller ID waiting. I'm sorry, with call holding. So for example, somebody can flash over to another call, and they will put the call on hold and grab the other call, potentially giving you 16 calls at the same time, with each party having 2 calls per phone. I wouldn't suggest you do that. It's better if the holding queue does everything for you. It's a little bit more professional. That way you don't put the first caller on hold while you pick up another call. This particular PBX only has inputs for 3 lines that comes from the outside world. So these lines here are currently coming from your phone provider, which can be AT&T, Verizon, Frontier, wherever it might be, whatever cable provider. It may look different on your side. You may have a block 66 connected. So I just wanted to give you an idea on how this works. This is just power. This is what connects all your phones to the PBX system. So we have the phones going to here, right? They're connected to the block 66. From the block 66, I have those little adapters that are going directly into the three phones. So from there, they go into line extension 1, and that is extension 410 for this demonstration. It could be 100, 101, 102, it doesn't matter. I just gave it 410. This is 412, 413, and 414. Unfortunately, we couldn't use 411 because the system uses 411 for the phone book. So that gives you a quick demonstration on the setup. And like I said, don't worry about that phone right now. We'll explain to you in the second part of the video. So in this video, we're going to give you a little demonstration on how our system would work with a traditional PBX using SIP trunks. So you're going to see an inbound call coming in. Once the inbound comes in, all the phones are going to ring. You're going to be able to pick it up from wherever. Let's say you want to pick it up from this one, right? Not a problem. You're talking. You're going to be able to see another call come in right now and pick it up from another phone. Right? Another line is ringing. So you can go ahead and pick up that phone. Let's say another call comes in, right? So you're going to have another call come in. You're going to pick up this phone. Let's say another call comes in, right? And this is the interesting part. Bam, you see this phone out here? This is a voice over IP phone that can work in conjunction with all your phones in your office. That phone can be a remote extension, right? These phones can be in LA, that phone can be in Miami, New York, doesn't matter. You could have multiple people outside your office with these phones, and if you wanted to call them, right, so for this example, that phone right there we have is 414. I would just pick up a line, right, and dial 414 pound. Instantly, you can just call one of your remote extensions. And the beautiful thing about it is you can also transfer a call to a remote extension from the outside world. Again, we're going to pick up the call. Let's say that you wanted to talk to this person first, right? So you do *2 414 pound, right? Instantly, you're going to be talking to this person, right? This person and this person are talking. The party from the outside world is listening to whatever hold music you have programmed in your PBX. Whether you have just a little beep or some actual music on hold, that's what they're going to be listening to the outside world. Once you're finished talking, right, you told the client, hey, some information, all you do is simply hang up the phone. The caller from the outside, it's now talking to the person out there. You just transfer this call that was in LA. You got your phone in Miami. You just transfer that call, or in the same office. Doesn't matter. I'm just giving you an example, right? So that's one way. Another call will come in, and so let's say that you just wanted to transfer this call, right? And I'm just picking up this phone for just demonstration purposes. This can be any phone in your office, right? Let's say that you just want to shoot that call out there, right? You're going to pick up that phone call, and what you're going to do is it's going to do pound 414 pound. Instantly, you shot that call straight from the outside, right? The call from the other party, it's ringing from the outside. Once they pick it up, they're going to be talking to the person from the outside world. So that's how that works. Each of these phones has its own digital extension. And what I mean is, for example, I believe this is 410, 412, 413, and 414. So let's say that you wanted to create your voicemail. What you do is you pick up the phone, right? And you dial star 97 pound.
You have no messages. Press 2 to change folders. Press 3 for advanced options. Press 1 to record your unavailable message. Press 2 to record your...
So by pressing star 97, it allows you to access your voicemail. Each voicemail password by default, it's 1 2 3 4, and what we have them set up is if you're calling from the extension, it doesn't require the password, but if you're calling from a different phone, it will require you to put in your password, which is 1 2 3 4. Let's say a call comes in from the outside, and you pick it up, and let's say that that person wanted to be transferred to their voicemail here, right, to extension, or that extension, let's just call it 414, it doesn't matter, it could be any extension. So what you do is you hit star 2 star in the extension 414 pound. Simple as that. You hang up, you just transfer the caller from the outside, you just transfer them to their voicemail. And as you can see, this particular phone, is the little light turned on because the party from the outside left them a message. On these phones, there's not going to be an LED indicator, but what we can do in this situation is each phone has its own extension, like I mentioned to you earlier. When somebody leaves you a voicemail, like that one, we can send that voicemail to your email. And if you have a smartphone, that email attachment will go to it, and you're going to be able to listen to your voicemail. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the ATA device. Okay, so that device allows you to basically connect to the outside world with my SIP trunks or any SIP trunk provider, as a matter of fact, like I mentioned to you earlier. Let's say you have another full office with another traditional PBX system. We can install another one of those in another office, let's say your Miami, New York office. And so all your phones, your entire full PBX on this location, your entire PBX on the other location, they're going to be able to dial each other's extension like we did on that one, right? So the other side of the PBX world, it's going to be basically another extension. You would just pick up the line, dial the extension, and it should automatically call that phone, right? So 414 and that extension. So I just wanted to give you an idea that you can even get 3 offices, 4 offices, 10 offices, as many offices as you want. We can always interlink them, no matter if you're in a traditional PBX or we can just do all digital. I would always recommend going all digital. They have a lot more features than your old PBX system, right? So just wanted to give you a quick idea how things run on these. Please leave us a comment, question. We're available 7 days a week, pretty much anytime. Thank you. Please like and share this video.